I am so excited that you are in the mindset room with me for our millionaire mindset conversation. So I'll be right back after these messages. Make sure that you say hi, hello, hey in the comments, and then we'll get started. All right. So thank you so much for joining me on today. Today is part 3 of the 5 ways to manage your mindset. 5 ways to manage your mindset. So today we really will be talking about tell your thoughts where to go. So I'm going to share this thought with you because we over here we're going to set some foundational principles over here. So my first thought that I wanted to share with you is Psalms 147:14, and it says, "He sends peace across your nation and fills your barns with plenty of the finest wheat." And we're going to dig deeper into that, right? But I want to just give that to you as far as the foundational, because we got some stuff to cover today, because I want you to understand that you can overcome in your mindset. And especially with it, we're talking about today, tell your thoughts where to go. Tell your thoughts where to go. So if you're a note taker, make sure that you get in there and you take notes so that you can. I'm trying to see why I can't get this on the screen so I can show you guys this right here. Hold on. There we go. Because I want to be able to show you this part right here. Let me just do this. So I want you to be able to see how to manage your mindset. So thank you so much for your patience, because I do want you to be able to see that and learn how to overcome in your mindset. Okay. So here is my screen again, because this is what we're working on today. The 5 ways to manage your mindset. And once again, that foundational principle scripture is coming out of Psalms 147:14. So I have talked to you last week, and if you didn't catch last week, you can always go to the description and it will give you the information on how to watch last week's broadcast, which was talking about focus. Okay. And one of the thoughts that I had shared with you on last week is thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. So I told you that on last week, but what I wanted to add to that is your mind is your territory. Your mind is your territory. So if you're a note taker, money makers are note takers. So if you're a note taking, I want you to make sure that you write down your mind is your territory. And I definitely want you to write down Psalms 147:14, because we will circle back to that. Because there's only 2 things that you need to do with those thoughts that come to your mind, right? So today's topic, once again, is tell your thoughts where to go. So the first place your thoughts need to go is on some paper. Okay. On some paper. You need to write the vision. We all know Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain. But I want you to actually do this. Some of you just like, I know what the word said, but it said faith without works is dead, right? So you actually have to do the work in order for you to be successful and get to that millionaire status that you're trying to achieve, or the success and wealth that you are trying to achieve, which I am trying to help you get there. But I want you to understand that you must write this down. And so that is key number 1. So I'm just going to let you know. Key number 1 is to write down the positive thoughts, right? So I want you to write that down. I'm going to share this other quote with you because I thought this was so powerful. I was just like, okay, I'm so glad I read that this week. And it is a thought from Dr. Joseph Murphy. And he said, negative thinking must be supplanted by constructive thinking in order to advance and move forward in life. So the one thing that I want you to understand is that even if you're writing down, you had a bad day. So let's just talk about that. You had a bad day. You really wanted to maybe get that house, right? So let's just use that as an example. You really wanted to get that house, but you wasn't able to get that house because of X, Y, and Z. Maybe it was your credit or something like that. And I think I have like friends on my timeline that talks about their credit and helping you restore that. Okay, well, seek out information in order for you to put that into your storehouse, into your mind, into your territory. Put things in there that you desire, right? Put positive things in there that you desire. So what it said, negative thinking must be supplanted. What does that mean, right? We've heard of supplanting and all of this before, but what does that mean exactly? It means to take what you have. Okay, so say for instance, you got that bad report, no matter what it was, that you didn't get you wasn't able to get the house or the car or whatever because of credit, or you got that bad report with your health or whatever, or something happened with your spouse or your kids. Okay, take that thought and then place it with good things in regards to that particular thing, right? So as it relates to your credit or your relationships, put something good there. And for many, many years, what I had always done was I just put the word there. So when it came to my health, what does the Bible say about my health? Right? When it came down to my credit, what should I be doing about my credit? Even when it comes down to my business. I see you, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. Julia, Miss Wilson. I call you Miss Wilson. But I'm so glad that you're here. But even when it comes down to your businesses, right? Sometimes you just start saying, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it fails? No, we're not putting that into our barns. We're not putting those negative thoughts there. We're going to start saying, man, what if I am the best one in the company? Right? Because that's what we want to achieve. We want to achieve a success, millionaire status, right? That's what we want to achieve. So what I am challenging you to do is to write down the things that you desire to achieve. That's what I want you to write down, and that's what I want you to focus on. So if this week you're just saying, okay, my revenue goal is $2,000, okay, write that vision down. Write down, how am I going to achieve that? How many people do I need to talk to in order to achieve that goal, right? So write down what it is that you want and meditate and think about that more and more and more, rather than all the negative stuff that could go wrong. Because a lot of times that worrying that we do, it don't even come to pass. Like, you over here doing all of this. You're doing all of this, right, for nothing. So I want you to think about that as it relates to what you should be doing, right? Because today we are telling our thoughts where to go. So the other thing that I want you to know is that your thoughts, you need to think of your thoughts kind of like how you think of your checkbook, right? And when you think of your checks and the money that you receive from doing whatever it is that you're doing, you look at that money and you said, okay, this amount of money needs to go to my water bill. This amount of money needs to go to my electric bill. This amount of money needs to go to my car payment. It's the same thing with your thoughts. After you write these thoughts down, it's just like, okay, where does this need to go? Because some of it is not for you. I'm going to just tell you. Some of this stuff that you're writing down is for your children. It's for your neighbor. It's for someone else. Some of it is actually supposed to be in a book. Some of it may need to be on content that you need to post on your social media. Sometimes it's not for you, but hey, it was a good idea. Go ahead and write it down. Right? And you start looking at that and say, okay, well, where did these go? Right? So you start organizing them and start putting them where they need to go. It's the same thing. So, like a lot of times when you look back at your bank statement, and I know some of y'all don't even look at your bank statement, so I don't want to even get off into that, because it's almost the same, like how you don't actually examine the thoughts that you have in your mind, right? You're just like, I don't want to deal with that. Well, you not dealing with it today is the reason why you may still be bankrupt tomorrow. Okay, so it's the same way. The way you're sometimes bankrupt in your finances is because you're bankrupt in your mind, and some of those things need to be it needs to be removed. So the next thought that I want to tell you is where the other place, you only got two places. Let me just tell you this, okay? Because I forgot to tell you. You only have two places where these thoughts need to go, right? Because if you don't put them in one of these two places, they're just going to be all jumbled up in your mind, and you're not going to be able to focus. You're going to be tired. You're going to be like, I don't have no energy to do nothing. No, it's because you're just allowing all of these thoughts just to run around your mind like a little 2-year-old toddler. You need to tell these thoughts where to go. The second place your thoughts need to go is, boom, the trash. And I know you're just like, MaDonna, how am I going to put that in the trash? Some of your thoughts need to just go in the trash. I'm just going to tell you, because like nobody else is going to tell you, right? Your thoughts can go in the trash. So, for instance, one way your thoughts can go in the trash is you stop thinking about it. You're just like, how am I going to do that? Stop thinking about it. That's how you're going to do it, right? Some of those thoughts need to go in the trash. And although I did not put that as our foundational scripture for today, you know, when the Bible talks about the wheat goes to the barn and the tares go to the fire, you need to consider those negative thoughts, tares, that needs to be burned up and never thought about anymore. So I'm telling you to put those negative thoughts in the trash. And all that means is we're not going to think about it anymore. We're not going to give energy to it anymore. We're not going to keep on getting flashbacks, going all the way back and dealing with that. We're not doing that part no more. We're just not doing that. And I wanted to share this thought with you as well as it relates to that. And it was from Dr. Carolyn Leaf. And she says, if you knew how powerful your thoughts were, you would never think a negative thought. And I just want that to sit with you for a minute. If you knew how powerful your thoughts were, you would never think a negative thought. And some of you are taking those negative thoughts, y'all making earrings out of them, y'all sharing it on social media. And guess what? Here's the thing. When you share the negative thing, whatever it is, on social media, and especially on Facebook, guess what? A year later, Facebook gonna be like, you remember when that negative thing happened? Well, I am just here to remind you that negative thing happened. Now, do you want to have that chain, that ball and chain, remind you every year? Because Facebook gonna tell you every year. They're going to tell you every year. They're going to tell you every year when you post that on your social media. It's going to remind you every year. And sometimes your negative thoughts will just go ahead on and just keep on playing. So I'm telling you, you only have two places to put that. You only have two places. And that is either on the notebook and making a conscious, intentional decision of where that thought needs to go, or you need to put it in the trash. And the only way that you can put it in the trash is by saying, let me focus on the positive things that I am trying to achieve. Who can help me achieve this particular goal, right? So I need to let you know who I am. So I am MaDonna Williams, your empowering high achieving women of faith, break free from condemnation and fear so they can discover their inner wealth and create a powerful voice. A lot of times we're not creating that powerful voice because we're so negative. We're so negative. And sometimes when we don't have other people around it, it's because they don't want to be around all this negativity. Okay? I'm just going to let you know. So that is who I am. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. please make sure you stop by and just says hi, or you can just put hashtag replay. I would love to be able to reach out to you and just let you know that I was glad and appreciate you being here. And that is all for me today. And if you would love to see more from me, I would just drop me a message. I would love to just be able to reach out to you and just say hi back. Thank you so much for being with me today. I am MaDonna Williams, your mindset coach. Until next time, peace.